The old lady from Macau took her daughter-in-law to their home bar. Since the daughter-in-law was newly pregnant, they only ordered a glass of water. Unexpectedly, the waiter laughed at them, calling them poor and questioning if they were just there to enjoy the air conditioning. The woman couldn't take it anymore and confronted the waiter, asking if she wasn't afraid of being fired for treating customers this way. To her surprise, the waiter laughed and said the bar was owned by her husband, and as the boss's wife, she could do whatever she wanted. The woman was shocked to learn her husband had been unfaithful. Her mother-in-law quickly comforted her, suggesting they might have gone to the wrong place, and decided to leave without further confrontation with the waiter. However, the waiter wasn't going to let them go easily. She ordered security to stop them, upset by the mother-in-law's attitude. To teach her a lesson, the waiter splashed a drink on the mother-in-law. Furious, the mother-in-law pulled out her phone to call her son, but the waiter thought she was going to complain and tried to grab the phone. In the scuffle, the woman accidentally pulled off the waiter's watch. Seeing the familiar brand, she froze, realizing it was the same watch her husband had given her as a token of love. A month ago, he had claimed he needed to take it for maintenance, but now it was in the waiter's possession. The waiter quickly snatched the watch back. Clinging to her last hope, the woman asked the waiter where she got the watch. The waiter proudly claimed it was a Christmas gift from her husband. The woman fell into despair, remembering that her husband had indeed been away on a business trip that night. Even if she were naive, she could figure out where he had really been. The mother-in-law couldn't help but curse her son, assuring the woman that she would seek justice for her. Seeing the now furious waiter, the mother-in-law slapped her without hesitation and demanded that the waiter call Chen Yan over to settle the matter. Upon hearing her husband's name, the waiter was taken aback. Doubting the mother-in-law's identity, the cousin comforted her, saying there was no way this shabby old woman could be related to her brother-in-law. The waiter, feeling more confident, recalled hearing her husband say that the mother-in-law had always lived abroad and couldn't possibly come to a bar. She had initially planned to let them go, but was shocked to see the old lady pretending to be her mother-in-law. To teach them a lesson, the waiter ordered security to arrest them. The woman warned her not to act recklessly, or she would face consequences she couldn't handle. The waiter misinterpreted this as a provocation and snatched the woman's bracelet. The mother-in-law quickly kicked the waiter to the ground, scolding her for being so bold, stating that her daughter-in-law was the daughter of the Shen group. If the daughter-in-law was indeed from the Shen family, she wouldn't let the waiter off easily. Just then, the cousin spoke up again, saying that the Shen family's daughter was of noble status and always had luxury cars and bodyguards when going out. If the woman wanted to impersonate someone, she should at least do her homework first. The waiter, tired of playing along, smashed the bracelet in front of the woman. The mother-in-law was furious, as the bracelet was a family heirloom of the Chen family. If Chen Yan found out, she would definitely not let the waiter off. To make them give up, the waiter called her husband, claiming she was being bullied at the bar. Hearing the familiar voice on the other end, the woman completely abandoned her last shred of hope and no longer wanted to argue with the waiter. So she quickly called her childhood friend, asking him to find a lawyer for her divorce. Upon learning that the woman was being bullied, her childhood friend rushed to the bar with people. The mother-in-law, wanting to support the woman, angrily scolded the waiter, saying she was unworthy to marry into the Chen family. The waiter, embarrassed and furious, rushed over and grabbed the mother-in-law by the neck. In a moment of desperation to save her mother-in-law, the woman picked up a bottle and smashed it down on the waiter. Just as the waiter was about to teach the woman a lesson, a group of men in black suddenly burst in from outside.